Hello, everyone. The lights are so strong I can hardly see anybody. So I'm assuming you all there. We secretly wish that in our lives we had plenty of everything. Lots of money, lots of time, ideal boss, ideal life partner, everything ideal in abundance. But rarely does it happen with any of us that we come across life which is without constraints. Still, there is a hidden power to be discovered waiting behind the constraints. Today, I want to share how you can use constraints as a transformative power in whichever field of life you are. And I want to share one example as a designer. As a designer, I believed that if you had enough space, big space, you had good budget, you had full freedom, you can create beautiful and remarkable spaces. And frankly speaking, that's not wrong, because when you have abundance, you can explore things. You can explore designs, explore exquisite materials. You can layer that and create something truly remarkable. But a few years ago, something changed that belief. I was given a project to design a jewelry store. Now, here's the client who has traveled the world. The jewelry store is not in a metro city, it is a tier 2 town. And my client is ambitious. He wants to create a world-class jewelry store. It could be anywhere in the world, a swanky store in Dubai or a store in Europe. I was really excited to work on this project. Up until he told me what the plot size is, and my jaws dropped. Can we have the screen on? Up until he told me what the plot size was. It was like 10 feet wide and 80 feet long. And he wanted to create a world-class store. And I was looking forward to it, but I thought, oh my God, what are you expecting from me? It could well be a passage to cross from the front to the back. It was just this narrow. But anyways, we started work on this project. And we tried various solutions. Somehow, it was not creating the kind of experience we wanted this store to create. We tried linear layouts. Of course, it was already linear, so it looked like that. It remained in kind of a look, was kind of an alley. We tried to open it up vertically, started feeling like a well. And we tried to go minimalistic. But that was not creating a sense of luxury, which a jewelry store was meant to be. We realized that when you add something in this space, actually, it is not an addition, it is a subtraction from a space which is already limited. We also understood that because we are trying to create multiple floors, we have to have a staircase. And no matter how small we made it, it still consumed a significant portion of the entire space. We tried the staircase in the front. It made the entry even narrow, less welcoming. Put that in the back. It created a traffic problem. People going up had to walk all the way, disturbing the traffic already there. Put that in the middle, somewhat better because it broke the tunnel effect, but still, it was nowhere close to what we were looking for. We kept juggling with it, and at some point in time, we felt, well, we have given it our best shot. We are going to create a store which is nice and luxurious, but still not something remarkable, just about okay. We were almost reconciled to the idea of creating an okay store. But still, something in my mind was not willing to give up. Something in my mind was there which said that we could do better. And I had a personal liking for big wide staircases. I would like to have those in my projects. But here it was, I could do nothing about it. So we realized our problem and the constraint is the linearity of the space. What if we did something with that linearity? And we start thinking about it. And we said, what if we break the space, break the linearity? And once that happened, everything changed. Everything started falling into place. Let me show you how. That's what a store looked like, the two floors, the ground floor and the first floor. And once we broke the floors, almost everything fell in place. We put a 5 feet wide staircase right in the middle of the store. It became a design feature than actually a constraint. We made the staircase narrow, slats. You could see through the spaces. You could walk into the store, walk up to the staircase. You could see what lies behind, a level below and a level above. When we found this solution, it was like fitting in a jigsaw puzzle. All the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle came together. A luxury store, a store which was layered, a store which carried a sense of mystery, which invited people to discover what lies behind. As you walk up into the stairs, right, you see something behind that which you want to discover, but not so clearly visible. So it is inviting. And from here I realized that we can attribute great power to the constraints and accept solutions which are okay, average, maybe mediocre, and attribute to the constraint that we face. Because of this, I can only do this much. What if you made the constraint into your friend, into your ally, and started working with that and see how you can leverage that constraint? After this experience, not just in design, but also in life, I started looking for those constraints. I started identifying those constraints. And I started thinking how I can leverage those constraints instead of fighting those constraints. Also, in this thing, another lesson which I learned was that in my mind, I had a sense of an ideal scene. I did not know exactly what we wanted to achieve, but I had a sense of what this would look like ideally. I had that sense. On the other hand, I had a few pointers, like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, a luxury store, a store which creates an experience, linearity, which is the constraint. And when I slept on this, when I thought about this long enough, the constraints and the features on one side and the ideal scene on the other side, and I did not accept anything which did not meet my ideal scene. And this moment was like a magical moment. It was a transformatory moment where everything, like a piece of jigsaw puzzle, it just came together. So, next time, when you have a huge constraint, you have an impossible boss, a brutal deadline, or even a 10 feet wide store, don't think how you can overcome this constraint. Instead, think how I can leverage this constraint, how can I use to transform. And that, my friends, is the hidden power of constraints. Thank you.